You're watching this video because for some reason, I assume, you feel like you have difficulty either communicating your needs and desires, or you have difficulty understanding the needs and desires of someone else. And somehow, this is causing you a problem. Having said that, I want to emphasize that there's a basic premise that I make concerning communication. That once accomplished, you'll find that not only your communication seems easier and more authentic, but that you'll not be worrying so much about what people think, or if you said the right thing or not. That very basic premise is to get grounded, to connect with your true self, fall in love with your true self, learn to respect and enjoy your true self. Once you can do this, connecting with others is easy. And unless you do this, communicating with other people will always be difficult. You'll continue to worry about how people are interpreting what you said. You'll wonder if they could sense your true intention. You'll experience feelings of rejection if they disagree with you or correct you or judge you. So unless you connect with and learn to live from your truest self, which will create inside of you an internal locus of control where you're in charge, when you learn who you really are and begin to move in real authenticity, you'll feel grounded and secure at all times. How can that be? It becomes simple when you are your control center rather than everything and everyone else. When we're constantly reacting to the whims of others, the winds of circumstances and tides of change, you feel tossed around like a scrap of paper in a windstorm. In that case, you're subject to an external locus of control, one that means you're a victim of the needs and desires and opinions of others. You are at the mercy of other people's moods, panic and stress and deadlines. You often find yourself subject to angry, judgmental people or even an angry, demanding, exacting God with a long laundry list of how you keep messing up. So you stay a little off balance, always trying to dance to a tune that something or someone outside of you is playing. That can change at any moment. It's like you're always playing a game of musical chairs and you find yourself constantly scrambling, hoping to secure a seat so you don't lose out. Can you see how this could mess up your communication patterns and your relationships? If you're always trying to stay one step ahead of the one you're communicating with, always trying to read their mind or figure out what they want you to say so that you'll either get the raise you want, the response you desire, or the affirmation you need, you'll always be anxious, a little bit unsure. You'll send out vibes that you're not really focused on the relationship and that the response you get will quite possibly determine how you feel or how you decide what to do next. In other words, you're not really communicating purposefully. You're simply reacting to stimuli. So that can't feel very comforting or stable. When you know your true identity, you don't have to pretend to be anything or anyone else. When you know your purpose for living, you don't care what others think. When you're aware that you're connected to something bigger than the petty, moody, often changing opinions of others, it's not very easy to get thrown off course. And even if you do get temporarily thrown off, you know exactly what to do to get back on track. It's not that you don't get hurt or angry or frustrated anymore, but you don't live there. You don't give anyone else the right to live in your head and control your thoughts by making you feel a certain way. You take ownership of your feelings and know that you alone are responsible for them, not someone or something outside of yourself. If you are hurt, the one responsible for your anger or hurt or feeling offended, then all you have to do is feel differently. And that is to change your thoughts that prompt that feeling. We'll go into how to do this in a later video. In the meantime, it's important for you to lay the groundwork for knowing your true identity. In my counseling and coaching practice, I always start out with the assumption that you are whole, perfect, and complete. You're perfect the way you are, deep down at your core. Now, you might not believe me, or you might be thinking, yeah, but I don't feel whole, perfect, and complete. That's okay for now. You don't need to feel something to make it true. Very often, almost always, there are blockages and resistances to truth. They're beliefs and behaviors and thoughts that block us from seeing or feeling truth. Uncovering those blockages and moving through them are part of your life's journey, and I have many ways to help you with that. You can check those out at marianneclyde.com or find a therapist to work with nearby where you live. But for now, try saying that affirmation over and over whenever you feel insecure or unsure of yourself. I am whole, perfect, and complete, lacking nothing. Here are a few more absolutely true affirmations that you can practice saying out loud to yourself, in the mirror, write them down, say them before you go to sleep at night. Set the intention that you want to be connected to truth rather than someone else's interpretation of the truth. I am whole, perfect, and complete, lacking nothing. At my core, I am created pure and complete. I am one with the Creator who doesn't make mistakes. At my very core, I am one with love, joy, and peace. Write these down on your mirror, on your computer screensaver, on a piece of paper in your pocket. Wear jewelry that says these things. Make them part of your truth. Knowing these things will help you be more confident, more authentic, more other-focused rather than self-focused, so you'll be sending more positive vibes when you communicate rather than an aura of insecurity and fear. When you are free of self-consciousness about who you are, the ground is tilled and ready to receive and implement the communication skills you'll learn in the rest of this video series. Happy communicating!